Hi, it's Susie here. Welcome to my cottage. I'm just here to show you a flip through of my daily creative journal from the first half of March, and I hope you enjoy. It's very different from what I did last time. I think I'm beginning to develop a style. So first of all, this is the cover. It's a nice spring cover, and it's got that on the back, which I know is upside down, but I didn't think it was that important as I got the front right. So, and it says there are so many reasons to be happy in spring, and isn't that just true? So let's start. And I've just put March 2021. I don't envisage this going through to April. I'm thinking it's going to be one of these books per month, which is fine by me. Again, I just wanted to make it look springy, so left that page blank, and this is the first page on the 1st of March, which was a Monday, and Danny came over and he bought me some shopping, and he got us a breakfast from Timmy's, which was lovely. And then he went home, and pretty soon afterwards he contacted me to say that Emma has been in contact with a child who's tested positive at nursery, and therefore she had to come home and self-isolate. And because Annie works at a different nursery, she too had to go home and self-isolate. So that was all of them in the house again, just after having got used to going back to school and work. They were back for a week's or 10 days isolation. They tested themselves at the time on the Friday, and they were all negative, and then they had to test themselves the following Friday. If they were okay, then they could go back. So I spent most of my day setting up this book, and I decided I wanted to try using a sketchbook for this. I also made a note of my YouTube subscribers at the beginning of the month, and my Instagram followers. As I say, I've got a target of reaching 750 subscribers on my YouTube channel by Easter, which is only 2 weeks away. So if you know anyone who might be interested, or you're happy to share this YouTube channel on your social media, I'd really appreciate it. So that was that. Then we move on to the 2nd, which was Tuesday, and this was the day that my eldest son moved from East London to a new house in South London with his flatmate, and he FaceTimed me and gave me a tour of the property, and it is stunning, absolutely stunning. And so I think they're going to be very, very happy there. Because it's brand new, each of the 3 bedrooms has got its own bathroom, so it's perfect for the 3 of them that will be sharing. One of them won't be moving in till later on in the summer, but in the meantime, the whole of downstairs is all open plan. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So yes, that's him living in South London now. And I was working on, most of the morning I was working on a special project for Annie and Danny. And I uploaded my haul that day. And what did I put here? Oh yes, I wanted to set up my new planner. It doesn't officially start until July, but because certain months from 2022 match the dates, I decided to transfer them over and just change the months and everything, so I could start it from the 1st of March, which was great. So I'm back to having a proper planner again now. And Wednesday, I just decided to do everything in black and white. I don't know why, it just took my fancy, and that's what I did. So FaceTimed with Danny, and I've got to do some more work. I had to do some more work for their special project. I finished watching the TV series Thorn, and I wanted to try out my new Unipin pens, so I did that, and other than that, didn't do much at all. So that was that day. The 4th, which actually I don't even, oh yes I do on there, didn't see that. Yeah, the 4th, it was a miserable day. It was cold, that's why I put I was made for sunny days. And I got up, and I'd only been up an hour, and I broke my nose bend. So I lasted 3 days in March before I spent some money, but I did buy the fairy stamps and that I needed for Emma's birthday present, and I got 7 wooden stamps for £6.20, so, and that was including the postage, so I was quite happy with that. I filmed a couple of videos, and I started to work on my new social media planner. So I redated the August to November in 2022 in that, so that was all set up to start. And of course last week just nothing really happened. I did post a couple of pictures to Instagram, but it was just one of those weeks. So that was the 4th. Going on to Friday the 5th, I thought I'd get some more spring stuff out, and I also received my new dot pens, which are the metallic ones. So I put the details of that down here as a reminder of what colours I got. I love the yellow wellies. When I was younger I always wanted a pair of yellow wellies, but I never ever got them. So maybe I will do one day. And I recorded my haul, the new releases from Happy Planner, which were my 2 planners and some sticker books. I had Sainsbury's grocery delivery, and my middle son Jack was getting his COVID vaccine today, and he called afterwards after his first trial shift as a packer. He was supposed to be on a 4-week trial, but they offered him a new contract after one night. Unfortunately, they withdrew that contract, so now he's got until next week when he has a meeting to find out if he's managed to get another job at a different branch of Sainsbury's. If he hasn't, he's going to be made redundant, which I think is disgusting, quite honestly. I think if they cannot find a job for him in another branch, which he's willing to do, I mean, he's a trained butcher and fishmonger, he's part-trained baker, and he's also willing to do the grocery delivery orders, working 2 in the morning till 8 in the morning or something ridiculous like that. You know, it's not like he's not willing to try, but they just keep telling him we've not got any vacancies for you. So I think somebody at his store doesn't like him. And I mean, Jack's got a very dry sense of humour, and if someone has not got a sense of humour, they wouldn't understand. So maybe he's just upset someone inadvertently. He wouldn't do it on purpose. So that's the 5th, and we're moving on to the 6th, and I've got some little pansy flowers here. Excuse me. Danny and Annie and Emma all came round for coffee because they got their negative tests on Friday, which meant they were able to leave, you know, remix in society from midnight that Friday night. So I did Annie some stickers, and she was absolutely delighted with them. So that's part of the special project I've been working on. Oh, that's right, that night there was this massive big firework display going off somewhere in the village, and there was nothing unusual about that, except it was 5 o'clock and it was still light. And I thought, why would you set a low, and I mean, it was display amount, it went on for 15-20 minutes. Why would you set that many fireworks off in the daylight? It just seemed, if they'd have waited a couple of hours, it would have been in the dark and much more impactful. So I just put down there so much money, and more money than sense comes to mind. So this day I also sorted all my pens into my new zipper pouches, and I've got a video up on my channel about what's in my pencil case. Sunday the 7th of March, and I just picked these two stickers because I like the cat and the elephant was cute to put the weather in and what have you. And we did our usual Sunday morning FaceTime. I harvested some magazines that day. I wanted to do my backgrounds in my en masse journal, which I haven't shown you yet, but I will do at some point. And I found some items for my bathroom because that's due for a big spring clean, and I wanted a little shelf unit, but it had to be really narrow. Well, I managed to find one of those. Also got myself a new loo brush, and it's a silicone one, so it doesn't get grotty and stand in horrible water like they normally do, and it bends so that you can get right under the rim with it. So I thought that's a good idea, I'll have one of those. And I put, does a no spend count if I really need to supplies to make something? I'm not sure, as certain supplies are needed to film or complete a project. So that's a bit mysterious. I can't even remember what project it is now. So we have Monday the 8th, which was International Women's Day. So I put some little women's stickers all the way around the page, and I like the dog with the basket in his mouth. And this little heart here says, here's to those who inspire. So what, inspire? Inspire us and don't know it. So I just put just a nod to all women today. No matter what you do, you are amazing. You're an inspiration to somebody. I finished watching the first season of Janet King, which is an Australian law drama. Emma and Annie were back to school today and work. Spent the day catching up on YouTube channels. I had my final call from Emma, my pain management contact, and we decided that I now have all the resources to manage my own pain, which basically is what I've been doing for the past year anyway. So moving on to Tuesday, I thought I'd still use some of these stickers that came from the antiquarian sticker book. I also totally forgot to write on the 8th of March that it was 3 years ago that day that I quit smoking. And it was 2 years ago that day that I was admitted to hospital and diagnosed with heart failure. So March the 8th is actually quite a historic date in my calendar, but I completely forgot to put it on there. We had really heavy rain that night, and I filmed my first Roxy's Weekly Challenge. I've got more to film, but I haven't had a chance. As I say, this week's just run by me, and I put a little sticker there that says get off your arse and get it done. Not making much sense in an English accent, unfortunately. Creativity is not a competition. I think that's really important to remember for people who are new to any kind of creative activity, not to worry about it and just do your own thing. Nobody's competing against each other. Hopefully some of us are encouraging. That's fireworks going off again, and it is not even midday. I'm filming this. I think someone must have a stash. That's unbelievable. I hope it's not too loud that you can't hear what I'm saying, but yeah. So that was Tuesday the 9th. Wednesday the 10th, Danny called round to get some cash to pay into a bank for me. I started my first Procreate lesson, and I need to go over it again because I didn't take notes, and I know I'm going to need notes. Unfortunately, I haven't got round to doing that yet. And I put down here 12 daily reminders. The past cannot be changed. Opinions don't define your reality. Everyone's journey is different. Things always get better with time. Judgments are a confession of character. Overthinking will lead to sadness. Happiness is found within. Positive thoughts create positive things. Smiles are contagious. Kindness is free. You only fail if you quit. And what goes around comes around. And I thought those were great daily reminders for life, basically. And I started making some collage sheets, and then we went to Thursday the 11th. Rain with a bit of snow because it got cold again. Filming again, that's when I filmed what's in my pencil case. I got some happy mail. I got my Hey Little Magpie order, which was paper and element stickers to make Emma and my sister's cards. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. I just did this little setup here out of stickers, and yeah, it was just one of those lay in bed days till you really have to get up because it was horrible out. So then we're on to Friday the 12th, and Danny phoned to see if I would go round and keep Emma occupied while he was working. So I've got Emma's little drawings in my book here. Let's move that over so you can see both of them. I had to go over into Saturday because she did too many, and we had great fun that day. I sat with her while she did her drawings, and I did some of my own. We played with her dolls in a room. They were going to a party, so we had to dress them up and do their hair and get them all ready. And then we had lunch, and we watched Toy Story 2 after lunch. And basically then Danny took me home. I was shattered, but this is Emma's mermaid here. Not quite sure what that one was, and this one I thought was a mermaid, but apparently it's a cat with purple sky and a pink thing, so I thought it was really cute. Anyway, that Saturday I just did the usual stuff, really, not a lot. I did have a lovely phone call that day with my sister, and we talked dogs, cats, men, and a family catch-up. It's always good when my sister and I talk because there's always so much to say. So that's Saturday the 13th. Then we got to Sunday the 14th, which was Mother's Day here in the UK. And I did this spread over 2 pages, because I've got enough pages in the book to do special days for a couple of pages and photos and what have you. So I got up and I had a lovely pampering shower. I got a surprise Amazon delivery, which I assumed was something from one of my boys. So I took it with me to go round to Danny's, which we went round in the afternoon and had spent time with Emma. And we had the most amazing roast chicken dinner. I've got a picture of that. That was my planner page, my CW planner page for that week. That was number 11, which is the last one I did. And yeah, I got some lovely gifts. Tom gave me a giant mouse mat, which is great for using when I'm filming because it's a lovely pink background. It's great for taking photos against, to have something other than white. So that was really unexpected. Danny, Annie and Emma gave me a big box of chocolates and a book of daily thoughts and quotes, which was lovely. And Jack gave me 2 books, but one of them was supposed to be a sticker book and a book you could cut out pictures. It was supposed to be in colour, and we flipped through the book and everything in there was poor quality, black and white. There was no stickers, there was no colour pictures. It was as if they just photocopied a book and they were sending that out. And of course, as we read the details, we found out that all the comments were exactly the same. So I don't know what happened to that, but that book's going back and Jack's going to get me something else. And when he gets the refund anyway. This is Emma in her unicorn onesie. I'll lift it up a little bit so you can see. Hopefully you can see. It's a little bit dark. And that's her again with her hood up. So that was Mother's Day, which was really lovely. Had a wonderful day. I ate so much dinner because not only did we have roast chicken, we had sticky toffee pudding and ice cream as well, and had a great day. Yeah, so that was lovely. I also FaceTimed with Tom and Jack so that although they couldn't be here obviously, they were able to see me open my presents anyway. So moving on to the last spread of this flip through, we've got the 15th and 16th. So Danny paid some money into my bank for me. He came over with some groceries and stayed for a quick coffee. He's starting to get new contracts, which is brilliant. All the way through this lockdown since the beginning, after Christmas, he's been continuing to get new contracts, which is amazing because he thought he wouldn't be getting anything. So that was that. I started watching a programme on Netflix called Behind Her Eyes, which I absolutely loved, and I loved the way it ended. So I'm not going to give anything away in case you haven't seen it, but I thoroughly recommend it. And Tuesday I woke up early. I forced myself to get up, and I had my Sainsbury's delivery that day, and Danny and I arranged that we would go shopping at the weekend, which I did yesterday. That was my first trip out shopping this year. Yeah, that's when someone tried to get my prescription fraudulently, and yeah, I had to make arrangements and speak to the doctor and get told off, which I didn't like. But so yeah, that's the end of my flip through for the first half of March. Obviously beginning of April I'll go through the second half as well. So thank you very much for spending some time with me and watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for those who are subscribed to my channel for sticking by me, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, because then you will get notified when I put up new videos, and I'd love to have you join me. I've got a couple of weeks now to try and get another 50 or so subscribers. So if you're able to share this with friends and family and you think it might be a channel that they'd like, I'd really appreciate it. And let's keep our fingers crossed that by the 4th of April I will have 750 subscribers, which is my target for the first quarter of this year. So thanks again, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye now.